Hey guys, Ashura here, and in this video I will be talking about my thoughts on chapter 860 of One Piece. The Tea Party begins at 10. I knew from the previous chapter that this chapter would bring in a lot of new characters, but I didn't expect the entrance of Charlotte Katakuri. His entrance, his powers, and his looks, everything makes this chapter an awesome chapter. Having said that, let me actually begin my thoughts on this chapter. This chapter begins with the fishermen pirates getting ready to leave, and they are leaving behind Peckham's. Now, I don't think Peckham's has enough time to actually go and attend the tea party. Even if he did, it will be too late, and this chapter actually insisted a lot on coming late would really make Big Mom angry. So if Beckham's does go there, he is gonna be late, and this is gonna make Big Mom not listen to him and really attack him. So it will be better for Peckham if he actually stays put and does not attend the tea party. I know not attending the tea party could mean a lot of problems for Peckham's, but Peckham's can really tell that I was captured by the I was first shot by Capone, and then I actually told my fate to the fishermen pirates who rescued me, but they tied me up and left off. I couldn't do anything. If he actually says that, I think Mama will pretty much be convinced, and she would let him go this once. So it's better for Peckham's to not actually go there rather than actually go, because he's gonna risk a lot by actually going there. Even if he goes there, it's better that he does not talk to Mama. He can actually talk to one of the Sweet Commanders or somebody else, like Mondior, and stop this plan of Capone Gang Beach. We then go up to a flashback between Jimbei and Aladini just before Jimbei actually left and told the fishermen pirates what to do. He says that it is purely by chance that he met Peckham's, and now he knows both the Germa assassination plan as well as the Capone Gang Beach's assassination plan to assassinate Big Mom. Now he knows that Luffy will not stay quiet while Sanji is being assassinated, and Luffy will do something. And since Jinbei owes a lot to Luffy, he himself will go and stop the will help Luffy. And to do that, he knows that he will have to betray Big Mom. So before that, he actually tried to do the honorable thing, but Big Mom pulled out her rule and sacrifices which Jinbei had to do to quit the crew to quit Big Mom's army were far too much, so Jinbei backed off. That is why he wants the Fishman pirates to actually be safe when he actually does betray Big Mom. But what strikingly tells me the most is that Jinbei is sure that he's gonna die. It's just a question of when he will die. That's what he says in his conversations to Aladini. She is like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lay down my life protecting my captain, Straw Hat Luffy. And that is not a question of if, that is a question of when. So he's like, I don't want to repeat the same mistake I did with Fisher Tiger. I want to protect my captain, and I will do it. Actually, I have a list of people who I believe will die, and Jinbei is definitely in that list. He's one of the three Straw Hats whom I believe will die at the end of One Piece. And Jinbei, when he says all this stuff, he actually makes me to believe my own thoughts that Jinbei will die. But I definitely don't want him to die. I mean, he's a big guy who has lived a lot of his life in trying to protect his country. Man, he does deserve some freedom. After this, we see a lot of guests are actually entering the tea party, and we are led to believe that Big Mom actually hates latecomers, and due to which, when the big six here, who are being shown in the background, actually arrive, Charlotte Perispero actually makes an escalator to take these guys directly to the top. I mean, this guy's powers are actually brilliant. I mean, he can make anything he wants, so he's gonna be a real handful, even if he is not a Sweet Commander. I believe that he actually was a former Sweet Commander and only stepped down to allow the others to become Sweet Commanders. I guess he wanted to retire or something like that. or his position might be slightly higher than the Sweet Commander's. I mean, he is the first son of Big Mom. Now, enough of him. Let me actually go to these six people in the back. I believe that these guys will stay neutral. Most of these guys will actually stay neutral throughout the assassination. Maybe one or two might actually join in the battle. Maybe one of them actually helping the Straw Hats, by which I mean the Mintsmokes, and the other helping Big Mom. Something like that might actually happen. But apart from that, most of these guys will actually sit back, enjoy the show. That's what I believe will happen. And these guys, I don't know what to say much about them, but King of Lightning did mention that the big news Morgans might actually be the people who are spreading the Economic Times comics where the fights between Sora and Germa 66 were actually printed. So this guy actually has a lot to tell to the Windsmoke. So he might actually end up helping the Windsmokes, but that's too early to call. He might also just sit back, enjoy the show. He'll be like more interested in the news rather than actually helping out people. And the others, I'm not sure what'll happen, but I think for most of the part they will sit back and enjoy the show. After that, we move on to this guy, Charlotte Dogmouth or Charlotte Katakuri. I don't know what to say about him. He is an absolute badass. Kills people mercilessly even before they have actually committed a crime. This guy is brilliant. I mean, he can predict the future. What brilliant power is that? I mean, Big Mom has a lot of people, but this guy really is the icing of the cake. And his powers are brilliant. By the looks of it, he has eaten some kind of a jelly bean devil fruit, and he can make bullets of jelly bean and hit people. And his haki is brilliant. I wonder what will happen if there's an actual battle between him and the Straw Hats. I believe that his opponent will be Sanji. The reason is Oda mentioned that Sanji is a specialist in observation haki, whereas Zoro is in Armament haki and Luffy is in Conqueror's haki. So this guy and Sanji might have to duke it out now or later. And this guy's observations haki is off the charts, so I believe Sanji alone will definitely never be able to take this guy down. I believe that Sanji will need a lot more people at his side. Maybe Jimbei, maybe some of the Windsmokes, maybe some other people also. But taking him one on one, Sanji won't be able to defeat him. Maybe Sanji will be able to defeat him one on one, will be able to give the final blow to him. So it's gonna be an interesting fight, Sanji versus this guy. Apart from that, this guy's power is seriously brilliant. He can predict the future. Uh, I believe that he can't read minds. If he could, Capone would be dead right now. He can actually predict only the future of what will happen in a few minutes. He can't do it for a few hours or few days because if he did, he'd have definitely killed Capone and Luffy and all those people. I believe this gives him a lot of combatual advantage, but he's going to be the real problem for Capone's plan to execute. So I don't know what countermeasures Capone would have taken, but he would have definitely considered him in his equation. Otherwise, he knows his plan is a suicide plan. So Capone really is hiding something from Luffy. It's gonna be interesting to see what Capone does to prevent this guy from interfering from his plans. I think the best thing he will do is call Karakuri away for a few minutes just before this happens and distract him because he needs Katakuri away from there for 10 seconds. So it's gonna be interesting as to what Capone does to him. After that, we see Smoothie is actually serving juices to the guests, and we don't see Cracker anywhere. So I believe Cracker is down for good. Big Mom then enters and announces that the party will now officially begin. So my guess is Peckham's is late. That's it. That's it. This chapter was awesome. I'm gonna give this chapter a 9 out of 10. And you have reached the end of the video. If you liked the video, please do like it. If you didn't like it, please do dislike it. If you want to be notified for my future content, please do subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see something about this video, please do so in the comment section. This is Ashura the Demon signing off. Bye bye, guys.